Today we've got this pro level race buggy. It was designed about 15 years ago by JQ. They're one of the most respected names in Nitro racing, but there's a slight problem we've got with it. The engine is seized solid because it's been stuck for years. So today we're going to see if we can get this thing to live again. We're going to be replacing the receiver to something more modern, the air filler, because that's definitely seen better days. But first we're going to get the engine up and running. Let's first start off by removing the engine. So first we're going to try and get it unseized. This particular one is literally rock solid. Generally happens if it's been stuck for years. So the good thing with it, the carburettor isn't seized because they're quite delicate. And if they seize, it can be really awkward to fix. But first we'll start off by taking the glow plug out. By removing the glow plug, you're removing the compression from it, which should in theory make it easier to try and unseize. So the first step to trying to get it unseized, I'm just going to put a little bit of WD-40 inside the cylinder. Obviously, if you let this sit and soak in for a little bit, it's more likelihood it's going to take its, sort of unseize it. So the first step I would try before getting, you can get a big wrench, big set of pliers around the flywheel with a cloth and obviously turn it with a thing, but to start with, depending on how bad they are, you can just try turning it by hand. This one is quite seized. You can see I'm managing, it's slowly moving. If you can see inside, look, I can feel the wheels slowly turning. You can see the piston coming to the top of the engine. It still feels quite seized though, to be fair. Oh, it's freed up a little bit. You can see it's starting to, it still feels too stiff, but you can, as it's going up and down and it's picking up the oil that we've just sprayed in it, it's just lining the inside of the cylinder walls. And then now we've got it moving, I'm going to lower it down to the bottom and spray some more WD-40 into it. And then just keep working it with the flywheel, and it's starting to free up now quite easily. As you can see, it's pretty much free. Some engines spin more easily than others. Obviously these are considered a race engine, so they are generally quite tight. As you can see, the flywheel is fairly easy to turn by hand. What's next bit? The next bit, we're going to replace the destroyed air filter. We've had this one lying around. It's a little bit too small, but it's better than that one, so we'll put this one in for the time being until we can get hold of one. And this one is absolutely battered. Obviously it's spent years, foam degrades. It wouldn't be wise to start it with a filter like this because it would just suck all this rubbish in. So we'll clean up around here, fit the new one in. Just one hand. I hope this annoys people, like this is the the job we've had to do. Unfortunately, we can't seem to get hold of the original air filter, and this is the closest we've got. So this is the best this is going to have to do for the time being, unfortunately. So I'm just going to put the engine back in now. So we've got the new filter on it temporarily. We won't leave it like that. This engine's now on seas. Once I've got it back in, I'll put the glow plug back in, and then we'll get this thing running. The great thing with a lot of these racing Nitro buggies is the actual engine mounts are designed so the engine can come out fairly easy, and it means you don't have to keep readjusting the clutch bell. So the engine's back in. We're going to finish off the remaining part of just unseasoning it fully, but next we're going to put in an updated modern receiver. I'll try and know which ones these are and swap them over one by one. So we've just installed this receiver. So that's it, it's back together. The next job is just to finish off and season it. As I say, you can now move it by hand, but it still feels quite tight. So what we're going to do, we're going to let the actual starter box just do the work now. So we're going to, instead of using WD-40 now, we're going to put some afterrun oil in it, which is obviously a thicker oil, so you just put a few drops in the top of the engine. Put a few drops in there. Position the car onto the box. Just switch it on. So then now, just gradually push on it, let the box turn the engine, but we'll put a rag over the top of the engine, otherwise you'll get oil splattered in your face. So we're going to give it its first start after unseizing it. Once you've obviously got the engine unseized, check the glow plug as well, because obviously if it's been sat for a while, the glow plug may need replacing. This one actually looked quite new. I don't think it's ever really been run. I think it's probably been run a couple of times and then just stored. So we're going to get it up and running, see if it'll start. So first fill it up with some nitro fuel. We left the glow plug slightly loose just to put less strain on the actual starter box, because it will still start, but the issue is if you keep the glow plug tight, it's under the maximum compression. So first we're going to prime it. So you put your finger over the exhaust. What do you say? Just put the glow starter in. Glow plug's loose still as well, isn't it? Oh, Take it back up though, won't we? Could do with some spray for this floor. It's got. Where's the alcohol spray? Wow, I've got to say, that run perfect. Nitro's insanely finicky. They do take some patience to run on. This engine, it started first time and pretty much run and idle perfect. Obviously, Pico, we're known for producing sort of like Italian-made performance like Nitro engines, so they are known to make good engines, but I've never had one run as good as that. Thanks for watching.